this might shock you, but
Look at
most
that.
profitable
You've got proof positive, folks. This is an ad playing on
traders.
video. See that? Take a look. Scam ad, YouTube scam ad. You see that? This is playing on Tom's video. This is Tom is a business partner with these scammers. He doesn't care. He's putting his stupid ass sheep, his cult members, in harm's way, because he's doing that anyway, selling him his Patreon fucking scam and promoting all these stupid videos and these stupid people like Dan Ives. You got it? Read all the dumb comments. They're all going to be positive because Tom goes through and filters all the comments. You see that? You're never going to read the comments from the people who lost everything. And there are many people that did, listening to this fraudster. You're never going to read the reality on things. You got it? So Tom's controlling the discourse here. What does that mean? It's going to be nothing but positive. Wow, I made money with you. Wow, he seems legitimate. I'm going to sign up. You understand the scam. Complete fraudster. YouTube, this is how YouTube is promoting scammers. All these internet companies have created their platform to empower scammers. They've given them the tools to empower scammers, right? Showing the number of views. People buy views. Showing the number of likes. Why are you showing the number of likes? Oh, you disabled dislikes? How about showing no fucking likes or dislikes? You understand? Show none of that. Right? Got it? No, it's about manipulation.
So Dan Ives, who in my view is one of the best analysts in the business, and many others.
One of the best analysts in the business. No, he's not. Dan Ives is a fucking joke. I don't even consider the guy an analyst. He's a fucking clown. That's fact. He's a clown.
Agree. Just dropped a massive bombshell about Palantir, and it's not the first time he has done so.
Yeah, because he's one of the Palantir fucking pumpers out there.
And just you know that every single time he has done it before, he was not only early, he was also very correct.
No, what that means, folks, is the guy's a pumper. Dan Ives is involved in pumping a lot of this horse shit out there, and he needs to be investigated. Let me remind you guys, if you don't know, here's the email to the SEC. See that? help@sec.gov. They know me very well over there. help@sec.gov. Okay? Federal Trade Commission, you can actually call the number and report. That's great. You can call and report.
Just listen. Dan Ives.
Notice now, so Tom now, he's removed the flag, the U.S. flag. He's got the screens. He's got the screens. Oh, multiple screens. Multiple screen, right? The reality, though, Tom's not looking at screens. You know what he's doing? He's spending all this time making stupid videos and watching CNBC. Remember what I said about multiple screens? Anybody showing the multiple screens in the background of the video is a scammer. Write it the fuck down. It's a red flag. It's not a red flag. It's a guaranteed. Guaranteed. And why is he bothering to show you his screens? He's making sure you see the screens. Oh, wow. You must be connected. Right.
And Wedbush just raised their price target to $75.
Weedbush is a fucking joke. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody follows them. They're a fucking clown show. They're a shit show. Let's take a look. What do we got here? Let's take a look at Tom's top investments that get rich, no luck required. So get rich. Notice, folks, think about it. Does he say, my favorite investments? Now, get rich. Get rich. Who would do that? What legitimate no legitimate person is going to do that. And the people that fall for that, you're going to lose your ass. You're going to believe this guy. You're going to trust this guy, and you're going to lose your ass, and it's going to be your fault because you're a fucking greedy ass dummy.
Tom Lee, one of the best stock market analysts in the business.
Here you go. One of the best in the business. He's not a real fucking analyst. He's a fucking clown. He's a pumper during a bull market. That's all he is. It's, folks, easy for anybody to come around and pump stocks during a bull market. Oh yeah, this is going higher. This is going higher. This is going higher. That's not analysis. That's not a real analyst. That's a fucking pumper. That's what it is. Complete fucking clown. And note, of course, once again, These guys are pumped by CNBC and the other scam networks out there, and they're followed by all the YouTube fucking scammers. Why? Because they pump all the shit out there. The bullshit stocks, the Teslas, the Palantirs, right? They're pumping the Kathy Lee hot air horse shit. Okay? And do you ever hear any scrutiny, any critical analysis? No, you don't hear that. It's just pump, 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 pump.
Right now just released a list of 5 large cap stocks and 5 small to medium cap stocks to buy in November, and this list is going to blow you away. Now, luckily,
it's going to blow you away. Okay, 5 large cap stocks, or no, 10 stocks. Okay, it's going to be the biggest name stocks out there. Okay, the biggest market cap stocks out there. Probably all of them are going to be tech. Right? I haven't seen this video. I'm guessing. Okay. Maybe they'll throw Palantir there because he's also a Palantir pumper. Let's see if anyone put this in here. He's also promoting this fucking bullshit, this scam. Look, review and analyze any stock in only 4 minutes. Does that sound possible, folks? Think about this for a second. You're falling for this bullshit? Tom Nash, the scammer, is claiming that you can analyze any stock in 4 minutes with this bullshit on this bullshit site. Oh, really? If that's the case, there's no need for analysts, is there? If that's the case, everyone's going to be a stock genius and beat the S&P, right? Wrong. It's horseshit. You know, kind of like the same shit you were promoting before. Tip ranks, complete bullshit.
Now, what would you say if I told you that I can help you predict how certain companies will perform ahead of the actual reporting? Now, I don't have a crystal ball, but all I have is tip ranks, and tip ranks have a cool new feature that could have helped you predict what happened with Netflix and might be actually very useful for an upcoming report of financials this Tuesday that you don't want to miss. So the merger just happened, and the merger actually makes a lot of sense because you have Warner Brothers with a lot of IP, with a lot of content, which Netflix doesn't have. They're coming in with a huge library, with the resources, with the studios, with the personnel, with the know-how, how to scale productions and produce a lot of content and at a reasonable price. I mean, that's kind of their job. On the other hand, you have Discovery with a similar kind of expertise. Now, what would you say if I told you that I can help you predict how certain companies will perform ahead of the actual reporting? Now, I don't have a crystal ball, but all I have is tip ranks. Nobody has this crystal ball unless you get access to this information. For me, it's really exciting because it's essentially a hedge fund tool that is now available for retail investors. What would happen if we knew? Well, luckily we can. We go to tipranks.com, we click on website traffic right here, and we go to this section where you can exactly see what's going on. Now, a lot of hedge funds use this sort of information to actually make good trades in the market, but usually retail investors don't have access to this sort of data ahead of time. Well, not anymore, because TipRanks is here and it's basically available on their website platform. You can use it. Now, what would you say if I told you that I can help you predict how certain companies will perform ahead of the actual reporting? Now, I don't have a crystal ball, but all I have is tip ranks. Nobody has this crystal ball unless you get access to this information. For me, it's really exciting because it's essentially a hedge fund tool that is now available for retail investors. Now, a lot of hedge funds use this sort of information to actually make good trades in the market, but usually retail investors don't have access to this sort of data ahead of time. Well, not anymore. The StipRanks is here and it's basically available on their website platform. You can use it. Nobody has this crystal ball unless you get access to this information. For me, it's really exciting because it's essentially a hedge fund tool that is now available for retail investors. Now, what would you say if I told you that I can help you predict how certain companies will perform ahead of the actual reporting? Now, I don't have a crystal ball, but all I have is StipRanks. Now, a lot of hedge funds use this sort of information to actually make good trades in the market, but usually retail investors don't have access to this sort of data ahead of time. Well, not anymore. The StipRanks is here and it's basically available on their website platform. You can use it. Now, what would you say if I told you that I can help you predict how certain companies will perform ahead of the actual reporting? Now, I don't have a crystal ball, but all I have is StipRanks.
Number one, I was working solely with FTX US. That is not the company currently involved in liquidation proceedings. That's FTX.com. I have nothing to do with that company. I've never worked with them. I've never spoken to them. FTX US was the only company I work with, and they're 100% operational. You can buy, you can sell crypto, you can pull your money out, you can put your money in. Nothing is going on with FTX US. It's 100% absolutely fine.
Look at this. I wish they taught investing at the school level. There's so much advantage to doing this. You see, my biggest regret is I started. So this guy thinks that he can compete. He wishes, folks, anyone who advocates, because you got all the con artists that advocate financial education. Remember, meet Kevin, right? Telling him how he wants financial education in the school system. Robert Kiyosaki. These people pitching financial education are the ones that want to sell you their fucking snake oil. Nobody needs financial education. They need an education that's going to enable them to have a good fucking solid, stable career so they can make money. And once they make that money, they'll be educated. You better believe it. People that are pushing financial education are the ones that want to teach you to swindle people. They don't want to teach you how to get a job and earn money. They want to teach you how to swindle people. And this stupid fucking kid right here is ignorant. He thinks he's going to make money without getting a real job. You see, that's what he's thinking. That's why, if I had education earlier, I wouldn't have to work. I could just invest in the stock market. That's what they want you to think. Remember, he's the dumb money. You understand? The big guys love all the dumb money going to the stock market. They're going to take that dumb money. You understand? This guy thinks, well, more education means I can make more money. I can do better. No, you're never, hey, Clem and Steve, you're never going to beat the market. You understand? You can't compete against me. You're not going to ever beat me. You got it? The best you can do is get my research, but it's not available to idiots or anyone else on YouTube. You got it? You got it? But you know why? Because idiots can't utilize my research. They're too fucking stupid. You got it? At the end of the day, doing well not only takes excellent guidance by a world authority, but your judgment, your good judgment. You don't have good judgment, Clem and Steve. You're a fucking idiot. That's why you're not going to do well in the market long term. Guaranteed. You should buy the S&P index and call it a fucking day. But you're not going to because you're disillusioned with a bunch of nonsense and you're going to blow the fuck up at some point and you're going to have regrets. Like all these fuckers going to YouTube for investment advice. That's the fucking reality. That's the truth. No one else is going to fucking tell you because everyone on ScamTube is there to sell you their bullshit. They're all in sales. They're making money from you buying into their shit. They're not making money through investing. You understand? They're making money swindling you with their bullshit. Options trading and stock trading and forex trading. All this horseshit. Oh, analyze this and this. Folks, they're all scammers. And I dare you, I challenge you, go to any of these motherfuckers out there and tell them about me. They'll run like a scared you know what. I can't say the word.
So we got these scammers out here, the new breed of scammers, and yet there's nothing, no word from the SEC, no word from the FTC, no word from NEC. At this point, I would just give it the FCC. Somebody do something about it. This can't be. I mean, we have this wild, wild west jungle, these YouTubers and social media influencers. Fucking hate these guys. Put some prison terms. Put some people in prison. People who do that, put them in prison for a few years. Put people in prison. Where's the SEC? Put some charges on these motherfuckers.
Keep this in mind. And if you don't know this, I suggest you fucking spend the time to look into it. Easily one of the top investment analysts in the world. I'm probably the best. It's difficult to prove I'm the best, right? But easily one of the best. Ask yourself, somebody in my status, my stature, my realm, who else is going to go out and expose these fucking little minions fraudsters? Who's going to do that? Who's going to do that? Nobody. Nobody else. terms of getting back as an investor, if it's coming down to here, almost irrespective of what's going on, I have to believe, if I have to make a call in advance, and of course I can change depending on what happens, but I have to believe this is where you want to start doing that 18, 17, around there. Their earnings report is a complete game changer, at least for quite a while. Bottom line, NVIDIA now is going to enter the realm of Tesla, Apple, and all these other big, I mean, listen, NVIDIA can come down to 150, come down to $100. If you don't think it's possible, then you don't understand how the market works. I mean, listen, NVIDIA can come down to 150, come down to $100. If you don't think it's possible, then you don't understand how the market works.